Arc Raiders. A game of atmosphere. A game of patience. A game of crafting, looting, exploring, trading, action, and making friends.
I'm trusting you, bro.
I'll cooperate.
How do I use this thing? Oh, there we go. Alright, you got mentor.
Oh, thanks, man. You're awesome. And all this in an extraction gameplay. Now, I know what you're gonna say.
Oh no, another extraction shooter.
Shut the f*** up. Shut up. Not only because there isn't actually a lot of extraction shooters out there that are of high quality, or good extraction shooters, or mainstream extraction shooter out there, but mostly because it couldn't be any wrong. Arc Raiders is so unique in so many aspects. First of all, the PvE quality is unmatched. There isn't any extraction shooter or any PvP based game that comes even close to the PvE quality of Arc Raiders. Actually, not a lot of people know this, but Arc Raiders was originally meant to be a PvE game. So the PvE aspect was really focused on a lot. And then when they decided to switch it into an extraction shooter, they already had a really good PvE system already in the game, which makes the PvE of the game really something crazy. Like, it's one of my favorite aspects of the game, actually. Also, if I'm good at one thing, it would be making tutorials. So expect a lot of PvE tutorials or PvP tutorials or tutorials on Arc Raiders in general. Probably I will be making a lot of weapons tier list, the best things to loot, like a loot guide, or expect from me a lot of videos on this game. This will be 100% my main game. Now, without further ado, let's talk about the game. So the game is basically an extraction shooter, which means it is a game where you go in, you loot, you try to survive, you get valuables, you do your missions, and you go back to your base by extracting. So basically you need to survive to be able to get out with your loot, and if you die, of course, you lose everything. So we've been seeing a lot of games that are trying to be an extraction shooter, but they've been all copying the same thing. They've been all copying Escape from Tarkov. There's nothing new about it. There is nothing original about them. But this game has a complete different approach. So first of all, the game is in a post-apocalyptic world, which was overtaken by robots, which are called Arcs, where the name of the game comes from. So these forced the humans to live underground in a city called Speranza, and that's basically where our base is located. So as you saw earlier, the game has proximity voice chat, which allows you to actually talk to other raiders, and surprisingly enough, it's an extraction shooter, but people are not as hostile as you would think. A lot of people help each other because of how hard the arcs can be. Like, I've seen people like teaming up, especially in solo, to be able to clear some bots and put them together, like kill a Leaper, or kill a Bastion, or kill a Rocketeer, which is actually one of the hardest to kill boss because it can fly and it can one-shot you, basically. Like a little small mistake and you're gone. It does not completely one-shot you, but if you get hit by the first missile, usually you get hit by the second and then you just die. It's very hard to get away from because also it flies, so yeah, it's pretty tricky. Now, a lot of people have tested the test and did not really liked the game when they tested it in the server slam. But what I want to say is that we really do not know how the game's gonna be. Look, the server slam was insanely limited, even more limited than the first and second playtests. We had only one map, everything was locked. Like, you couldn't really progress almost at all. And that, of course, was just to test the servers. And it was not really to test the game or to see if the game is going to be good or anything like that. We had nothing except, as I said, just you go in, you loot whatever, you can't do much with it. Everything you looted was basically scrap because you can't really upgrade or craft or whatever. So a lot of people that didn't like the game should know this. Like, The game is not out yet. You cannot really judge it by the server slam, of course, but one of the things that I loved about it is how easy it is gonna be to craft basic weapons and how to craft the material that you need to actually go for a fight. It's not as hard as in other extraction shooters, so it doesn't really matter that much, like if you die a lot. I mean, of course it matters, you lose, you don't progress, you're losing stuff instead of progressing, but it's not as expensive as in other games, and I like that. I mean, of course, if you wanna go out to defeat the queen or like very hard arcs, it is gonna be very expensive. But I cannot be for sure, because they're changing a lot of things. They're changing the balance of some guns, they're toning down, I think, the flying arcs. There was an interview about this. There's a lot of changes that are coming in. So maybe they're making some things more expensive, maybe they're making some things cheaper, but only time will tell. Now let's talk ambience and world design. This game has probably the best sound design you can find out there. The sound design is insanely well made. It's one of my favorite aspects. Also, the optimization, the graphics, the game really puts you in that world. It really puts you in the skin of that raider that you are. I mean, just listen to this. Sorry, I had to. It's just amazing. I believe there will be actually more tweaks to the graphics. Sound design is really peak, but the graphics will be changed again. They were actually a little bit toned down so that there is no visual difference between people playing on high settings and low settings, to make the game, you know, look kind of similar to all people. But a lot of people wanted a better looking game, so I don't know how on release it will be. Maybe they will put back the high realistic graphics, or maybe not. That we still don't know for sure. But still, the game, even during the server slam, it was insanely beautiful. It ran like butter. I just loved it. This video was basically an announcement that now I will be an Arc Raider content creator, and I will actually make a video, a mini tutorial video tomorrow, and I will maybe be streaming the game. Anyway, I will leave you with this epic moment that I had during the server slam, and see you next time. Oh, I see people, behind you. Down, there's another one.
Oh yeah, coming to your side,
That, it's okay, we all extract together. Well, GG everyone. Well played. What the fuck was that? Oh, thank God I was recording, dude.